Tiniestofchibis here, and we're back with AI SOMNIUM Files. Hold on. Let me pull you a little bit closer to my face. I can't exactly put the mic over my neck right now because I got things to do that I can't have the mic on my head. But okay, so here's the dealio. The malfunction, as you know, last episode, the episode before that was completely mute. And then the last episode, I was like mute for a good chunk of the time and shit because I'm fucking retarded. But that's okay because we're here. The Mandela Effect. I kind of know.
Do you
that
know
one,
Nelson Mandela?
Well, yeah. The former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
He died in 2013, but a strange thing happened. When the news broke, people all over the world thought, didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980? That's the Mandela Effect. It's when your memory and history have discrepancies.
Keep pushing that one until it goes away.
There are lots of examples. Like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings. Or people remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car. But in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
It wasn't?
Nope, it's all yellow. And the design didn't change.
Oh.
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things. The Mandela Effect is everywhere. Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
That would explain it, I guess.
There's also the Monopoly Man, apparently. Like, she's a gamer, but why didn't she say fucking... I guess because Pikachu's Nintendo, and I guess they can't exactly say Pikachu in a different game or something without copyright shenanigans or blah 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 blah. Whatever.
Dante, look at this picture.
Wigglies.
There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. You show this image to people around the world and ask a question. Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki? Believe it or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer. The rounder one is Booba and the jagged one is Kiki. Isn't that weird? In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way and Kiki is the other. It applies universally across languages and cultures. It's like something ingrained inside all humans.
Well, you asked which one was which, and automatically which one's first and which one's second. You would assume the one in the first one is first, and the second one's the second. Right?
Like worshipping the sun and the sea. Or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged. Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way. It's what Jung called the collective unconscious. There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals. That's what Jung said about it. Think of it like bamboo. Bamboo stalks look like individual plants since they're separated. But underground, they're all connected. Human psyches might be like that too. Connected at a subconscious level. That's...
The parallel world?
Yeah! You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds. So if you follow the roots...
You get to another bamboo stalk.
Yeah, something like that. This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here. If things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born. And even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low. And yet, here we are.
Because God made it so. And the Lord knows that we are creatures that need to be entertained. After all, He is all-knowing, and He knows that we are easily bored. Like a 2-year-old at a doctor's appointment. So you gotta do some stuff to bring the entertainment to your children.
Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million. Would you be able to pick out the one?
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
Well, then one of us would definitely pick up the one.
Exactly! The birth of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle. But if there were multiple universes...
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle. I may have underestimated her intelligence.
I don't like Iris, and she's being a bitch. Iris is always a bitch, though, so well. Are we done? Let's go with this one.
Yeah, it's sort of like a common experience. A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before. And most of them describe seeing the same person. The spatial temporal man. He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes. Spatial temporal man guides people back to the real world. He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
I'd like to meet him someday.
Sorry, I went to go get candy. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. And I was like, candy! Troubleshoot ice cream. What are the others?
So, this elementary school kid, let's call him C. He goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor. Postcards, towels, a coffee cup, right? C realized that those were all things from his own house.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows. It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
Maybe something happened that made 2 parallel worlds fuse.
Yeah, maybe.
Just run. Oh, pushing the wrong controller. Again! Ah!
There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school. Well, A had this close friend named Suzuki. One day, after school, they're walking home together. A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke, and Suzuki is laughing his butt off. And he's laughing and laughing, and he laughs so hard that his eyes fall out of their sockets.
What?
Well, they were hanging down out of his eye sockets. The nerves were still connected, but... A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do. Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened. So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out. A is really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it. And by now, A is really curious. But he's not getting any answers. So they just part ways and go home. The story only gets weirder from here. The next day, A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there. A is confused and asks his teacher about it. Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says, Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki. They all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
That's what I think.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
It is weird. And there's no way you can pop your eyeballs back in like that.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye. It actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Ota is
kinda
correct.
creepy.
Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets. As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
They're so creepy.
But that doesn't prove this Suzuki exists.
Well, I guess not, but... So, there's this girl? Let's call her B. She's practicing piano in her room, and her little sister is watching TV in the same room. B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know? So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down. She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her. She was really gonna let her sister have it. But she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen. She thinks, I wonder where she went. But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there. So B asks, when did you go outside? But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course. She asks her little sister about it, and she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
Yeah. What B saw might have been from the world where her sister stayed behind. I know a ton of stories like this. Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you. You look down at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese, but they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters. And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
That's a prime example of a parallel world.
I don't know what. I'm reminded of like a bunch of isekais right
When
now.
did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet. That's why I decided to research it too. That's how I learned all this stuff. Oh, hey, I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating. If you want, we could talk about those.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelette rice?
Done!
Bug the dishes over. Laid out an omelette rice in front of me and Iris. Iris grabbed her spoon with a huge smile on her face.
Bon appetit!
Picked up a spoonful. Why is it describing? No, she tried to pick up a spoonful.
Tessa, are you okay?
I'm fine. My hand slipped. Let's eat.
Ate the omelette rice in near silence. There was no conversation. Just the sound of spoons hitting plates. The diner echoed with it.
Thanks for the food!
Totally re-energized. I'm bored.
That was good. Ote, your omelet rice is seriously the best.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
I don't know.
Let's get going, Iris.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Come back soon.
Are we paying them? Can we pay? To Marble we go, I guess.
Hey, Mama, it's me.
Dante, honey, what's up?
I'm heading over now.
Glad to hear it. Maybe I'll close the place a little early for you.
Sorry, but I'm with someone.
With someone?
A girl named Iris.
What? Is she a virgin?
I'm not gonna answer that. Anyway, remember what we talked about?
There's a regular here who was good friends with Ren. They should be here tonight.
Oh, right.
Are they coming tonight?
Yes, I promise.
All right, then I'll see you there.
Okay, I'll be here.
How are you talking on your phone without earphones?
Too lazy to explain it properly. So I came up with a lie.
I have
Magic.
an earpiece implanted in my ear.
Wow, cool!
Like how it came in. Now, who is it this time?
Dante, it's the boss.
Fuck!
I have a bad feeling about this.
It's always a bad feeling!
Okay, Dante, tell me the situation. Did you find number 89?
If I did, I would have told you.
Aha. I see.
What was that about?
That was a cry from deep within my heart, Dante. Do you realize how screwed I am?
Very.
Go find number 89.
If I find Renju, I find number 89. I'm gathering information on Renju's whereabouts now.
Where?
Going to Marble. There is. About who I was expecting to see there.
Wait, are you trying to get her drunk?
She's not 21.
And if she wasn't a minor?
Hmm?
Well, whatever. I'm sure you have a good plan. Find those two and arrest them. Got it?
Golden Yokocho.
So this is Golden Yokocho.
First time here?
Yeah.
Marble is right over here.
Dante, on your 6. 2 suspicious individuals approaching.
Oh!
Dante! Dante!
I need a save.
Stay right there.
Okay.
I should have saved. What's up with...
Damn.
What the fuck is going on?
Who are they?
We can find out later. We need a way out of this.
Yeah, but
Take out Iris and try to run, and we'll be shot full of hose. The alley between the buildings are blocked off. We can't go that way. Okay. Which means...
Shit. We gotta take care of them.
I have reached the same conclusion.
That's like
I've
a
only
video
got a
game.
single revolver.
What am I looking at? That might be useful. Ooh, what's going on? It's like a brain blast. What the fuck? What was that?
Dante, I have a plan. I will give you instructions. Just move as I tell you.
This better work.
Hold up.
Not to worry. My calculations are flawless.
Your calculations may be flawless, but I'm only human. So, I'm gonna save real quick before I fuck myself over. Because I've never done this before. Don't know how well I'm gonna be. Hold on. I'm like trying to respond to an RP. I actually have like a bunch of RPs and shit. Sorry. I don't know if you guys are paying attention or anything like that, so. Did I save it? Like, I saved it, I'm pretty sure. But because I'm not fully focused on it, I don't remember. You know? Ah! Jug. Slowly getting all the shenanigans. Resaving it again, just in case. Oh! Look! The timer went off that I set up late because I didn't pay attention to it and shit. So I'm gonna end this episode here. So for now, Tiniestofchibis is signing out.